Hey guys, and welcome back to the Sonic Adventure 2 playthrough. With what is probably the biggest cock block in the entire game, Sonic's about to put the emerald into the thing, and then, oh no, Amy's kidnapped. Oh no, this is gonna be super tense. We're gonna have an awesome level coming up. What do we get, Meteor Herd?
Weaving, gotta go straight.
And for
Well,
what
that's the thing, like, it...
go,
No, then after you.
go. No.
Well, I was going to say that all he says is Amy is, he can just speak, Sonic, Amy's bored. Okay, I'll
Well,
put
no,
the thing in.
it's clearly a high stakes situation, and Meteor Herd just comes out of nowhere.
It's supposed to be a cliffhanger moment, but this is the point in the game where you realize that although the cutscene choreography and animation has improved, the actual cutting technique that they use to transition between scenes has not improved at all. So yeah, you get no real dramatic shift. Like when a movie or a more modern video game tries to pull a cliffhanger moment, the way it cuts will be, it'll be stylized to, it basically inflect that to let you know that it means to keep you in suspense. It's not just jarringly shifting to something else out of nowhere.
Yeah. Just to cut you off for a brief second, the thing that I was punching a boulder to, if you are moving fast enough when you punch, it'll lead to a secret cave where you can get Knuckles' sunglasses. Yeah, those are in the game. I think you need them for the Find the Chow missions. Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah, I think they are required for some of the missions. I love them just as a thing, that exists.
Knuckles has the best bling in this game.
But I hate the fact that you lose them the moment you jump.
That's annoying. It keeps you from, I think, having them on. You know what would have been cool, actually? Now that I think about it, if you have the sunglasses on, it would cue you into where the emeralds are in some sort of way. Like maybe you could see a brief outline or something. Like, I'm not sure. Add something visually to the screen that helps you pinpoint where the emerald is. That would have been neat.
What exactly are these sunglasses, and why should I care about them? Because I've never seen these things before in my life.
Oh, you've never? Oh,
really? You never got the sunglasses?
They're one of the hidden items that you can find. Every stage does have a hidden thing in it. Some of them just are more useless than others, like Sonic's goddamn magic hands. So you find every stage has something hidden in it. So that some stages where like there's no power up in here, that's probably the stage with Mystic Melody, which is needed for. They're all needed if you want to 100% the game. Is the thing, because they're needed for the 5 extra missions you can get through the select menu.
To describe the actual item, sunglasses let Knuckles see hidden things. It could be hidden capsules, hidden springboards. The thing is that it deactivates the moment you jump.
And you have to cycle through the goddamn menu by pressing like the X button or the Y button in order to get them to be put on.
Yeah.
And it's obnoxious.
The action menu, I keep forgetting that thing exists in this game because most of the time it's actually context sensitive and will do the thing that you're trying to do at the time.
Yeah.
But for certain specific, very rare things, it requires you to manually cycle through your actions and pick the one you want. Sort of like a bastardized, primitive version of the Kingdom Hearts battle menu, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's just, you've for the important ones, like, for example, the biggest one, again, are the spin dash somersault and the lightspeed dash. Like, you put them on 2 separate buttons, please. That's just all I want. Like, yeah, that's just all I want.
That's all that needs to be done.
Yeah.
I understand them not using the full range of, say, GameCube controller buttons, because I don't think the Dreamcast controller had that many buttons in the first place, but it did have a full have a full range of face buttons, didn't it?
The only difference between the arrangement of the buttons are different, but it had the same amount of buttons. Just replace. Oh no, I guess the only thing between the GameCube and Dreamcast is that Dreamcast didn't have a Z button.
Yeah.
But they both have 4 face buttons and they both have 2 triggers.
Yeah.
An analog stick and a D-pad.
Start and select as well?
Dreamcast has start, no select.
Okay, now I just want to push it out. I just want to put it out there that Meteor Herd is a way better level than Mad Space. I'm just gonna, because it's such a better level than Mad Space, guys. Like,
It's tall. That's about it.
It's tall, and you can get from the top to the bottom very quickly. So I never actually find
Go to
myself.
space and leave your whores.
Yeah.
I never find myself to like spending 5 minutes without having even like the thing beep on me. Is the thing, as long as you take the rockets to the top and slowly make your way back down.
One of my personal favorite tactics for this level is I hate those moving emeralds, by the way. One of my personal favorites for this tactics for this level is to just go up and down and up and down and up and down with the rockets and free fall and just waiting for the radar to blip.
And we mentioned this, but Knuckles' movement is actually fun in this game because he moves fluidly and quick, which I think
He's faster than Sonic is.
Is he, or is it just an optical illusion?
I'm pretty sure someone at Retro put a Knuckles in a Sonic level and figured out that he's actually got like faster, higher speed than Sonic does.
Huh? That's actually interesting.
Good job, Sonic Team.
That's interesting because in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, while they could run at the same speed, given enough time and a downhill slope, Knuckles actually accelerated slower than Sonic.
Yeah, no, I think generally speaking, although I do agree for the most part that if they were to make another 3D adventure-style game, everybody should have the same type of control. I do think Sonic should be the fastest character because that's just him.
Otherwise, what we used to see.
Yeah. Why can everyone fly in this game except me?
Can I just say I was never fond of the of Rouge in the multiplayer boss battle having her multiplayer special attack.
Everybody has their special attacks in the second boss battle.
God damn! You just played a game of happy slaps.
I know.
There for
Well,
like the last 10
I'm
seconds.
surprised that happens because this is normally my least favorite character fight in the game. Because like Rouge can get lost and you can spend 10 minutes in this goddamn place.
Where was that pole 2 seconds ago?
Rouge has this weird habit of hanging out on exactly one beam off to the side and spamming Thundaga at you like a Final Fantasy character.
She's so hard to see though is the thing because she's
The camera doesn't focus on her.
The camera doesn't focus on her, and she's really, really small for such a pulled-back camera. So yeah, you can very easily miss her. One of the things that confuses me about this scene, though,
You have wings! Fucking fly!
Never mind the wings, okay? When you're playing as Knuckles and that thing opens up,
it pushes
the
you
heat
upwards.
Pushes you upward. So why is she falling?
There was never no danger.
They're trying to push the romantic relationship between two animals of different species. Whereas, like, honestly, Knuckles and Rouge do not have an awful lot in common. It's Rouge and Shadow is a more...
It's like, I love you, but we're gonna have some freaky looking kids.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. They must have realized after this game that Rouge and Knuckles had no chemistry, because they do nothing except Rouge doing her customary flirting with everyone thing. They don't acknowledge this at all after Sonic Adventure 2.
There are hints of it in Sonic 06.
It's mostly just being playful. I agree with Lewis.
Yeah, it's a continuation of what
the only character that Rouge really gets any sort of developed relationship with is Shadow.
Although yes, he does tell. Although I would argue that Rouge and Shadow is purely platonic. And
I don't like any romantic relationship in Sonic for the record, other than like Sonic and Amy, sort of, but.
Rouge's model is so weird. Like as Lewis said, she has no cleavage. So she has this big triangle from where like her dress ends, and like her arms just stick out, and like her arms are a different color than like her neck is. I'm like, your model makes no fucking sense.
Rouge's model, like, it's trying to be anatomically correct, but at the same time, what that winds up doing is really emphasizing the shortcomings of the animation that they were working with at the time, because it's in Rouge's model most clearly that you can see where the animation really fucks with the anatomy.
Well, it's also other than like the general clipping. Like, you mean other than the general clipping? Because if that's the case, then it's Knuckles.
Other than the general clipping, yeah, it's just like with the kind of anatomy that they're trying to go for with Rouge's model, you expect certain body parts to move in certain ways in relation to another. Everyone else in the game, their legs are little sticks that protrude from circular body portions. So you don't really notice it when, say, Sonic's legs just sort of slide along his torso. But with Rouge, her hips actually have to move in a realistic way when her legs do, and they don't. So it looks really, really bizarre.
She dislocates her hip bone every time she walks.
It looks bizarre. It looks weird. Like even the human characters don't have that animation problem in this game quite as badly.
Well, the only characters that get in-game animation, other than the terrifying CG, like with the little girl, is Eggman,
the president,
the president, and the secretary, who are always sitting down.
Yeah, so, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, though.
For good reason. You see them moving Shadow the Hedgehog, and you never want to see it again.
Guys, I'm gonna say maybe unpopular opinion. This is one of my least favorite levels in the entire game.
No, that's not an unpopular opinion. Everyone hates the stage.
No, I think the stage is fun. I also think that it's a product of its time.
The controls suck.
It's a product of its time, for sure.
I'm not a fan of this level or Sonic's final level.
Oh, okay, that's where I'm going to draw the line, because Final Rush kicks goddamn ass. So.
Let's put it, in my first few playthroughs, I clearly remember having utter disdain for Crazy Gadget and Final Rush. Through the years, I've grown to like Final Rush.
Final Rush, I think, is the best design level in the game.
Final Rush is better than this, and I would like there's levels I dislike more than Final Rush. But this, I'm like, to this day, I still hate this. Like, if I can, I skip it.
Wait, are you sure you're not thinking of Shadow's final level? Because if you go back and play that Final Chase, I think, is the worst speed stage in the game, personally.
Yeah.
But no, I think this level is fun and, surprising, like, especially when you compare it to, like, Mad Space. I'm surprised that most of the gravity shit still works. It's just, this level is probably, I would say, Sonic's hardest level, by far. There's a lot of artificial chaos here. This is the first time you fight them as a speed character, and you can get blindsided a lot. You get hit a lot in this level.
One of the things that confuses me about this level's design is that it rather than playing like a Sonic Adventure 2 level, which is semi-linear but more of a speed-based tunnel, Crazy Gadget plays like an extremely linear Sonic Adventure 1 level.
There is a lot more platforming and enemy.
There's a lot of platformy and level gimmicks, and it's not as focused on speed, but at the same time, it doesn't have Adventure 1's exploration aspect
I
either.
would argue Final Rush does that too.
Final Rush is probably the most open level in the game.
It's the most open level in the game, but it has a bit of everything that defines what Sonic is. You have high speed, you have platforming, you have high speed platforming.
Speaking strictly of this level, though, it feels like it's trying to be an Adventure 1 level, but except for this section here, which I think has a couple alternate pathways,
there's a
whole lot to do.
There's this level you can get lost in if you don't know which switches to press.
This level is probably my most hated section in most Sonic games. I died as a kid so many fucking times here, just because I would go to like the next thing, and I'd be like blasted off into space. I'm like, but I don't. The game told me to
Okay,
go here.
can I make a confession? For the longest time, for some reason, I never even attempted to get on top of the yellow thing here.
Yeah.
I actually used that spring and jumped over and held the analog stick and jumped up to the blue one instead.
Yeah, that's I got hung up here so many goddamn times myself.
It's just the camera seems to be directing you to the blue one.
I never got that. I always thought
one,
that you had to go on the rail.
Yeah, but if you can get to the blue one, it is a shortcut. It's just a shortcut that the camera coincidentally looks like it's trying to indicate is the correct way to go.
Honestly, I think this level would probably be more fun if these weren't like levers that you had to stop and press if they were a button that you just had to walk over. I think that would improve the level. I think because it is something you have to stop and press.
Jesus Christ!
But you have to stop, and that is you can't stop. You have to stop and turn around and fumble around and then hit the switch.
What was
cutting it a little close with that green shield there, Ted.
Oh, I know it's an instant kill. I know it's an instant kill if you touch it, but as long as you don't have to wait for the animation to finish. You just have to wait for the pixel to hit it. So
okay.
Yeah. The hitbox vanishes right that instant.
All right.
He's
just
right.
wanted to make sure. Like I got tense there. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I know what I'm doing, son. Okay, all A rank, motherfucker.
Fight me, IRL.
Start the fighters, me IRL.
Yeah.
1v1 SA2 me, mate.
What?
You what, mate?